Hi everyone, good evening. Hope you've all had a good day and you're ready to get going. I had my dinner about 45 minutes ago and I'm feeling a bit full still. It's quite a hard time to manage eating schedules, so I hope you've all done better than me tonight. So yeah, let's come to start in a seated position. I'm going to try today to not have the mic attached because I end up giving you my best Darth Vader impression when I do that. So I'm going to just see how it is on the floor. If you can't hear me, then just write in the text box and I'll figure something else out. Okay, so we're going to start in a comfortable seated position. I'm just going to see. Hi, Ian. I hope that means you can hear me okay. Cool. So, finding your seat and just taking your time to get settled. Whenever you're ready, closing down your eyes. Give yourself a chance to land here, letting go of today's events and just coming to this present moment. Starting to explore the space in your torso, so trying to breathe in a little bit deeper, elongating the spine, drawing up through the crown of the head. Letting your hands, elbows, shoulders all relax. Letting your face soften. Turning your gaze inward. And I invite you to become aware of every breath you take and how it feels to be breathing right now. Where do you feel your breath in your body? Noticing where you can expand using the breath and where you can soften also using the breath. So let's take 5 more mindful breaths here. Enjoying the process of each one. Recognizing the rise and the fall and the pause between them. And harnessing the breath to find your center. Keeping the eyes closed if you can, or keeping the gaze soft. From here, we're going to gently lower the chin towards the chest to stretch through the back of the neck. So imagine that rod of your spine keeping your back really nice and upright and your head hanging heavy, lengthening through the back of the neck. And then just finding a gentle rock from side to side. And then from here, starting to take slightly bigger movements, maybe into a semicircle. And then when it feels comfy to do so, exploring a full circle with your head rotating. So just using this time to iron out any creases that you might have, any tension that might be stored, or any tightness that's lingering. Just feel free to pause anywhere in this circle or semicircle and let the breath ease it off. Traveling really smoothly. Breathing and moving ever so mindfully. And then gently, gently we'll come back to center with your head when you're ready. Let's roll the shoulders up, back and down a few times. Breathing in to reach the shoulders high, and then nice big exhale to release and drop them down. From here, we're going to reach the arms up high. Spread the palms, spread the fingers, and see how high they can reach up. Stay grounded through both sitting bones. Notice with your breath as your fingers ever so slightly move a bit closer towards the ceiling, and as you exhale, they subtly drop back down. So explore this length through the arms and this gentle rise and fall with the breath. From here, we're going to open into our cactus arms, so elbows at shoulder height. Keep the hands really spreading. Big breath in, big breath out. Breathing in again here. And as you exhale, twisting to the right, maintaining this shape through the arms. On the next inhale, lower your hands so your left hand lands on your right leg and your right hand lands behind you. And again, exhale to gently twist, taking your gaze over the shoulder. Big breath in to expand. Big breath out to soften into your twist. One more like this. And then use your next inhale to unravel and come back to center, reaching the arms up high as you do so. And then exhale, start to hinge forwards over your hips, letting the hands land on the floor in front of you. Keep grounding down through your sitting bones behind you as you find some nice extension through the back. Drop the head. Surrender your arms, your gaze. And surrender your heart down towards the earth. Slowly, slowly, we'll walk our hands back towards us. And then we'll switch our legs around. So it might feel a little bit less familiar. So awkward. But it's good to do something different and not always go for the default setting. So find your new position with your legs crossed the opposite way. Close the eyes when you're ready. And then on your next big inhale, reach the arms up once more. On the next inhale, open to your cactus arms. Feel the chest broadening. Elbows reaching north, east to west. Another big inhale here. Exhale to twist. Find your limits here. On the next inhale, lower the hands down. Right hand to the left leg, left hand to the floor. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, twist round. Keep the eyes closed if you can, just so that you can discover this inner space and reconnect to how it feels to be in your body, not your head so much. It's probably safe to say we spend enough time in our heads. So let's just enjoy the sensations of moving our body with our breath. One more breath here. And then on the next inhale, release slowly and reach the arms to the sky. Exhale, hinge. Keep all that space in the front body. Keep grounding behind you through the sitting bones. Let the hands land wherever they come to land comfortably. And then settle into your surrender to the earth. Slowly, slowly walking back up. I'm just going to twizzle round. We're going to extend both legs now. We're going to send both arms nice and wide into a T shape. So flex the feet so the legs feel strong, active, and anchored to the floor. As you exhale, we're going to round the spine and draw the hands together. Palms connect. Inhale, lift the chest up, open the arms wide. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Let the hands connect. Push between them. Inhale, lift and open. One more like this. And then find that upright spine again. And we're going to push the fingers down now. So we're giving our wrists a nice stretch. Keep those feet nice and active. Toes flexing up to the face. Driving the heels forwards. Big, deep breaths down into the belly. And now flex the hands up, So the fingers are now pointing up to the sky, and feel as though you're pushing your hands into the walls. So the arms feel really nice and strong. One more big breath here. And now start to pick the left knee up. And we'll wrap our arms around the shin. So squeeze the thigh into the chest. Maybe take the foot over the right leg. Give yourself a nice big hug. Spine still nice and tall. Feeling that juicy stretch through the glutes. And now you're going to take your right hand somewhere along the left calf, ankle, or outer edge of the heel. So we'll have our left leg bent. And just take hold of somewhere that feels accessible for you. And then we'll reach that left arm behind us. Keep the leg bent if you wish, or have a play with extending the leg wherever that hand meets your leg. Upright spine, reach through the crown of the head, maybe take the gaze towards that back hand. Smooth and steady breaths. Smooth and steady posture. One more big breath here. And slowly lower that left leg down and draw the left arm all the way over till we're folding forwards over both legs. You can keep both feet flexed and then just use your hands to gently draw you closer to your legs without forcing or pushing. Just encouraging your upper body to soften over your lower body. When you're ready, inhaling the arms up, finding an L shape with your body. And then starting to draw that heel up towards the bum, and then wrap both arms around the right shin. Maybe drawing the foot over the left leg. Just hug it in nice and tightly towards your heart. And then we'll come onto the other side to extend this leg, or maybe we'll keep it bent depending on how it feels. So this side might be different. We'll have the left hand so it wraps around either the calf muscle, the ankle, or the outside edge of the foot. Upright spine to start with, and then reach that right arm all the way back. And have an exploration with extending the leg if you want to. Stay tall and lifted. And feel this gentle twist through the spine as you take your gaze towards your back hand. Slowly, slowly lowering that foot down. Waving the arm all the way over till you can come back to your seated forward fold. So take whatever variation feels good with your hands here. On the next inhale, we'll reach back tall again, reach the arms up, and now we'll swing them behind us. So have the fingers pointing towards your bum, bend the knees so you can land the feet. You want them about hip distance apart. Press into the hands, press into the feet as we lift our hips up towards the ceiling. So we're creating a nice flat tray with our body in our reverse tabletop. Feel the strength in your arms and the strength in your feet and legs as you push into the ground. Notice if it feels okay to drop the head or if you wish to have it chin tucking. And now start to bend more into the knees so that you can bring your balls of the feet towards your bum. And we'll just walk our hands so that we can come over into a kneeling position. Keeping the feet flexed behind, giving them a nice big stretch. Try not to dump the weight into the heels. We'll just let the feet have a nice big opening here. We'll bring the hands into our heart center. We'll take 5 deep breaths. Calm and steady, slow and smooth. Great. And from here we'll tip forwards. And before we tip forwards, we're going to take our hands behind us, interlace them, and then we'll start to lower the forehead onto the floor, reaching the arms up and behind us towards the top of the mat. Feel that nice rotation through the shoulder sockets as your arms reach up and behind. One more big breath here. And then roll so that you're on your forehead to release your hands, and then we'll push ourselves up into our tabletop. So finding your solid, stable table. And then we're going to reach the right leg back. So flex the foot, leg is fully engaged here. Drive the heel backwards. As you reach the left arm forwards, find your balance. Engage your core, so keep driving your hips towards your rib cage and you'll feel that activation. Now slowly lower the left hand. We're going to take the right leg all the way out to the right side so it's completely hovering off the mat. And then land it on the floor. Draw your hips nice and square and then sink back over that left leg. I don't know if you can see me like this. I'm going to spin. So your legs like that. You're in a child's pose but with an extended right leg. So take some breaths to soften in your variation of this child's pose. And don't worry if your bum doesn't come all the way down to the heel. If you're a little bit higher and you've got that nice stretch through the hamstrings, then that's hitting the goal there. Relax into the stretch and the release. Slowly drawing your awareness back into your hands so that you can pull yourself back up. And then we'll bring that right leg back down into our tabletop. So find your strong alignment again. And then we'll extend the left leg long. So your foot is about hip height, but hips are nice and squared to the floor. Reach the right arm forwards. Get this really long sensation running through the body. Activate the core. Make sure you're not dropping through the lower back. And then slowly lower the hand first, and then draw the left leg all the way out, as wide as you can before you reach the bum down towards your heel. Soften Use your breath to ease you into the position. Feel into your body. Enjoy 3 more breaths here. Activate through the palms. Inhale to draw yourself back up. Release the left leg. And just take some gentle cat-cow movements through the spine now. Rolling through the shoulders, the hips, tipping the pelvis under and then out, finding this chain-like movement. Each vertebrae acting like a link to the chain. Feel free to close the eyes to explore the sensations. And then come back to a nice straight spine. We'll curl the toes underneath. Press into the floor with your hands as your hips rise up towards the sky. Keep a nice bend in the knees to extend the spine long. Relax the head between the shoulders. And then begin to pedal out one leg at a time. Sinking the chest towards the tops of your thighs. Make the movement really gooey, slow, mindful. Three more breaths here. Notice where your pressure points are through your hands, hopefully in your fingertips and behind the pads of your knuckles. And then on the fourth inhale, we're going to lift the right leg up towards the sky, keeping the hips nice and square, finding your 3-legged dog, flexing the foot. And then drawing the knee underneath the chest so that you can land the foot in between the hands. Get stable underfoot, bend into both knees, and then lift your upper body and your arms skyward. Stay on that left ball of the foot for some buoyancy. Engaging your core, drawing the lower ribs towards the hip bones. Now from that contraction, feel the arms opening into your cactus shape as you stretch the upper body and reach the heart towards the sky. Slowly lower the left hand towards the right thigh. Reach the right arm up to the sky. We'll start to lean over with the right arm and push the left hand into the leg for some support and counterbalance. Good. One more breath here. Inhale back to center. Reach the arms up. Exhale, folding. Hands land either side of the foot. Send the right leg back to your downward facing dog. Take 3 big breaths to reset. Breathing out through the mouth if that helps. Find a sense of release. Now inhaling the left leg high, 3-legged dog. Flexing the foot, keeping the hips nice and squared off. Bending the knee, drawing it forwards. Land between the hands nice and softly. Inhale to reach up. Find your balance and your stability underfoot. Engage your core, so you lengthen through the lower back. Ribs to hips, space behind you. Gaze is forwards. Now inhale to your cactus shape. Feel the front of the body open as the lower back now contracts and compresses. Inhale to come back to a straight spine. Lower the right hand to your left leg. Reach the left arm up and start to tip the other direction. So reaching over to the right side. Rolling that left thigh away. Feeling that space in the left hip. Grounded through the feet. One more big breath. Inhale to rise. Exhale to fold. Inhale to plank. And then we'll breathe deeply here for 3 big breaths. Squeezing the bum and the inner thighs. Nice, long, strong body. Now lower the knees. And then pitch forwards as you bend the elbows to lower the chest and the chin. Release the hips down. And soften into the belly and the front of the body. Release the arms behind you. When you're ready, pressing through the front of your left foot so that the left leg feels really strong and anchored to the floor. On your inhale, we'll reach the right leg up towards the back wall of whichever room you're in. Keep the toes pointed. Welcome that length and strength into the right leg as the left leg grounds you, holds you strong. Exhaling to release. Try to keep the chin on the floor. Keep breathing. Big exhale to release. Make sure the shoulders are nice and soft. When you're ready, engaging the right leg so it feels strong and anchored. Big inhale to lift the left leg high. Both hips pressing into the mat. Point the left toes as far away from you as you can. One more breath. Exhale to release. Now slide your hands underneath your shoulders, elbows squeezing into the rib cage. Spread your fingers. Inhale to lift into your baby cobra. Feel the weight shift down into your pubic bone. Feel the breath underneath you in your belly. Close the eyes and breathe here. One more smooth and steady breath. And then release all the way down. Let your arms go long beside you. Turn your right cheek to the floor. And allow all the muscles in the back of your body to release. So notice if you're squeezing or gripping, and just let them go. Become floppy into the earth's embrace. On your next inhale, come forwards again. So turn your face to the front of the mat. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders. This time we're going to push into the floor and see if we've got any more space to grow into our cobra. So make sure your feet are really planted into the ground. They will be your point of anchor. Press, press, press. The more you ground, the more you'll grow. So nice big breaths. And let the breath kind of float you there. Don't yank or push or force your way up. Feel the breath inflate you and then softly deflate you. 2 more. Good. Now release all the way down on your exhale. Turn the opposite cheek to the floor. Let your arms relax by your side. Palms facing up. Softening everything. Make sure everything's wobbly and released. Now coming back to face the front, we'll bring our forearms to the mat. So make sure that your elbows are about shoulder width apart. We'll press into our hands and our forearms, and then we'll curl the toes under so we can push up into our forearm plank. Take 3 big breaths. Strong and steady in your hold. Good. And then start to push into your feet. Bend your knees. Keep your forearms to the floor and reach your hips high into your dolphin pose. So this is like a downward dog, but with your forearms down. So this might be a little bit tighter on the hamstrings. So go gently. Keep the knees bent if that helps you. One more breath here. And then slowly, slowly lower the knees. Bring the big toes to kiss. And then sink back into your child's pose to release. So we've had a heart opening for the last few postures. And to counteract that, our lower back was strengthening as it contracted. So now we're doing the reverse. We're letting the lower back spread wide and open as the front of our body contracts and closes in. So take 3 more breaths here to release into your child pose shape. Pushing into the hands. Fingers spreading wide, we'll come up with our hips. Finding your tabletop before pushing into the balls of the feet. Find the hips high in your downward dog. And then we'll walk up towards the top of our mat. Bringing the feet towards the hands. Hang heavy in your forward fold. And then slowly, slowly uncurl the spine to come to standing. So take a moment to realign and reset in your mountain position. Notice your feet on the floor, all 10 toes engaged and gripping to the mat. Notice how your body structure is aligning here. so that you can become this tall, proud being that you are. Strong in your body, strong in your mind, and strong in your spirit. Standing in your mountain pose, taking 3 big breaths. And then we'll start to pour our weight into our left foot so the right foot can float up off the floor, bending at the knee, wrapping your hands around the top of your shin and squeezing the thigh towards your chest and the knee towards your shoulder. From here, bending into that left leg and then landing the right ankle across the left thigh. Bend a little bit deeper, find your hands in prayer. Inhaling to stand up tall. Release the right leg, but try not to drop the foot. We're going to send it behind us in our warrior 3. So don't worry about how high the leg is elevated. Just explore balancing on one leg, finding your focus, finding your balance. One more big breath here. Inhale to come up. Try not to drop the foot. Reach both arms up, reach the knee high. And then exhale to release down. We'll transfer the weight into the right foot now. Start to float the left leg up. Take the hands around the top of the shin. Squeeze thigh towards the chest. Bend into the right knee. Catch the ankle across the thigh. Make sure there's nice space in that hip socket as you bend down into the right leg. Hands come together at your heart center. Both legs really strengthening here. Feel that ankle joint wobbling around as it forms new patterns of strength. Inhale to reach up, and then release the leg, but don't drop the leg, send it behind you. Balancing in your warrior 3, kick back through the heel, flex the foot, aiming to straighten both legs, but don't worry if there's a bend in that right knee to help support you here. Focus and breathe. Calm breath, calm mind. And then slowly, slowly, we'll just come over the floor without touching it. Reach the arms up, knee high. Exhale, release. Give everything a little shake off. And we'll inhale to reach up. We'll exhale to fold down. We'll inhale halfway. We'll exhale to fold down. Bend both knees, reach up into your chair pose. Hold and breathe here, sinking the bum lower, keeping the chest nice and open. Exhale, fold all the way over, hinge from the hips. Now we're going to send the legs back again into our plank pose. We're going to reach the right leg up to a 3-legged plank. Now we're going to draw that right leg between the hands and lower the left knee. So take the left hand to the floor, reach the right arm up to the sky. From here, push off the floor with your left hand to find an open twist here towards the right long side of the mat. Lower the left hand, pivot all the way down, and then we'll walk the right foot to the outside edge of the mat. Keep bending into the right knee so it's stacking the ankle, then lower the right hand onto the thigh and gently push the leg away. So you're coming onto the outside edge of the right foot, feeling both hips opening here as you gently squeeze forwards. If there feels space to, you can kick back with that left foot and reach for it with your right hand. So we're not on the kneecap itself, we're rocking forwards onto the fleshy part of the thigh. Keep the chest broad and the shoulders soft, and find as much leverage in that back foot with your hand as you wish to explore. Softly release the foot if you've taken that grip, and then we'll walk the right foot towards the left hand. So kind of heel toe your way over so that you can come into your pigeon pose. Release that back foot. Use any kind of cushions or blocks to assist you here if this feels too deep at the moment. Staying lifted through the chest, heart radiating forwards. Option to stay here, or maybe it feels nice to soften forwards, stacking your arms for your head. Or maybe you've got a bolster or a pillow that you can release into. This is quite often a polarizing position. Some people love pigeon, and some people find it the most challenging of all. So I hope wherever you are, you're able to find some compassion and love for yourself as you explore this posture with care and a gentle mind. Taking 3 more breaths. And slowly, if you are lowered, gently lift yourself up. Press into your palms, curl the back toes under so that you can send that right leg back into your plank pose once more. Strong line of energy here. Lift the left foot off the floor. And then draw the knee in and land it between the hands. We're going to lower the right knee. Press into the right hand and reach the left arm high. Keep pressing into the floor with the 4 points of contact that you have. The ball of the foot, the knee, and the right hand and left foot. So push, push, push so that you can lift your body up into your open twist. Keep pushing into the ground. Feel the resistance of your body. And then slowly lower the right hand again. And then we'll bring the left hand to the left thigh. And heel toe the foot out. So you've got space to open and revolve. Heart lifting. Chest expanding. And if it feels accessible, just kick back with the foot so you're not on the kneecap, but you're all the way over onto the front of the thigh. Maybe have a go if you can reach, and even if you can't touch, then still reach for it. And with time, you'll manage to find that connection between hand and foot. So explore this range of motion here. And then slowly, slowly release so it doesn't ping back. And then we'll heel toe the left foot towards the right hand, finding your pigeon on this leg. So don't worry if the lower leg is not parallel. It can be on the diagonal. Basically finding whatever angle helps you feel into your body here without entering the realm of pain. So exploring the edge of your sensations. So feel nice and lifted here, puffed chest. And then once you've gathered that space and that breath, you can maybe soften if it feels organic to come down now. Otherwise, stay lifted if that's preferred. And if your hands don't reach if your head doesn't reach your hands here, then maybe it would be helpful to have a cushion or some support of sorts for your upper body to release into. We store a lot of emotion in the hips, so it's no wonder this can feel like a challenging place to be. But I invite you to connect with your breath as you soften into it. Taking 3 more breaths here. Pressing into your hands, curling the right toes under, sending the left leg back, finding your plank pose. Just for 2 breaths. Temporary here. Lower the knees. Swing the knees from under you so you can land on your bum. And then we're going to come to lie on our backs. So just for a few breaths, maybe bring the knees to knock together and the feet nice and wide. So your body can get settled. And then feeling free to take any final movements before we rest in stillness. So maybe you wish for some more twists into the lower back, or maybe a happy baby, or maybe an inversion. Otherwise, coming down into your Shavasana when you're ready, and we'll all meet there. So give yourself a chance to settle into your corpse pose, your Shavasana. Where there's no need for any effort whatsoever. This is your time where you give yourself permission to fully surrender, fully relax. So take any final adjustments, wiggles that will help you rest in pure comfort. Let your whole body soften now. The muscles, the fibers, the connective tissues, the bones heavy, and all the skin totally soft. Like it's melting in all directions. And the breath rolls in softly too. A faint whisper of a breath. Let your body and mind feel at ease here. Safe and supported. And let feelings of love and kindness spread all over the body. That you're showering your Shavasana with compassion. Please feel free to stay as you are. If you need to come out of your Shavasana, then gently start to wiggle your fingers and toes, taking some deeper breaths in and out. Joining me in a seat whenever you feel ready to come up. Finding that elongation through the spine, grounding through the tailbone, and lifting through the crown. Bring your hands together in front of your heart center. Feeling the breath and the heartbeat under your thumbs. Perfectly in harmony. And their unique rhythms. Bowing your head now down into your heart center. Namaste. Thank you so much for joining. I wish you a lovely, peaceful evening ahead. If you have any questions or comments, please do give me a little tap or maybe a message at a later stage. Thank you, Ian. Namaste to you. I bid you good night. See you soon.